Hello there everyone, this is Brother Birch. In this video I will be going through practice test 4.2. So if you go to test 4, you'll see practice 4.2, and this is what I'm walking through right now. So Sam has read that many programmers get paid by the number of lines of code they generate. That'd be nice, or maybe not. Wanting to maximize the size of his paycheck, he has decided to write a program to count the number of lines in a given file. Problem: write a program to perform the following tasks. Attempt to gather the file name from the command line. If no file name is present, prompt the user for the file name, loop through the file containing the number of counting the number of lines, and display the results using the correct tense for empty, one, and more than one. Okay. All right. Well, let's dive into this. I'm going to split my screen here so we can see everything that's going on. We have a test bed. Good. All right. So first things first, let's go ahead and copy this so we can use our pointers the way that we need to. Paste. All right. So there's main. Main will drive our program. What else will it do? It will count, well, call functions to count lines and return and display. Okay. All right. So we're going to have a couple of functions in here because we want to make this as modular as possible. A couple of things that we're going to need though. For an include, we're going to need string. Okay. And then we're also going to need fstring. All right, and then using namespace, std. Okay, so let's go ahead and declare string file name in here. If argc is equal to 2, then file name equals argv index of 1. Okay, else file name, let's call a function to get the file name. Okay. So let's go ahead and write that real quick. So I'm going to copy this comment block and paste it. So get file name will prompt user for the file name. Shocker. String get file name. String file name. Let's declare that there. Cout. Please enter the file name. Cin file name, and then we'll return that file name. Okay. So get file name should be good to go. Let's head back down into main. Let me just check for errors real quick. Test 4, practice 2. Good, no errors. All right. Let's head down into main and let's work on this a little bit more. So we have that. We should have a good file name here, whether it's from the command line or prompted from the user. Okay. Next, let's go ahead and read the file and return line count. So int count equals, let's call a function called count lines, and let's pass in file name. Okay, so let's go ahead and write count lines. So I'm going to copy this and paste it right here. Count lines will count the number of lines in a file. Okay, so it's just going to return the line count. So int count lines, we're going to pass in string file name, and let's open the file. So if stream fn file name dot c underscore string, make sure that's open. Check for errors. If fn.fail, then return 0. Else, there's no errors. We opened it successfully. So let's read the file. So string line int count equals 0, while get line fn/line or fn line, then we will increment our count. Okay, and then we'll make sure to close this and return our count. Okay. All right, so that looks pretty good. Now, let's see here. So we have main. Inside of main, we called get file name. That's all ready to go. We called count lines. Let's just compile it, make sure that we're good. All right, we're still good to go. Let's head back down into main, and let's fill out. So we did int count, count lines, and then we just need to display the results. So display count, comma file name, and that should be it for main. So now we just need to write our display function. So I'm going to copy that and paste. Display will display the results to the user. Okay, so display will be void. Okay, it's not returning anything. Void display. We have an integer of count coming in and string file name. Okay, return nothing. And in here I'll just say cout. Looks like we're going to need a tab file name. Okay, so we'll say tab file name has one line. So right here we're going to need a switch statement, okay, to handle the different tenses. So depending on what count is, we'll have, let me close that so I don't forget again. Case 0, so if there are no lines, then cout, we're going to say just is empty. Okay, so file name is empty, new line. Okay. Case 1, if there's only one line, sorry, I wanted that there, thanks. If there's one line, then I'll say cout, file name has one line, \n, and anything else come on, Emacs. Anything else will be cout, file name has count lines. Okay. All of these need a break. Sorry, glad I caught that now. And there. Okay, so we'll have that. And that should do it for us. Just take that line out of there. Okay, well, let's try to run this. So I just saved it, wrote it, compiled it. Void display, expected primary expression before a colon, switch count. So let's head back in there and see what I did wrong. Oh, I don't want a colon right there. That's my bad. Okay. G++, good. We compiled okay. And let's run a.out. Yeah, so a.out, and I'll just say test3 practice 1.cpp. Okay, so that file has 98 lines of code. Okay, and then if I just say a.out, it prompts me for the file name, and I'll say test3 practice 1.cpp. Test3 practice 1cpp has 98 lines. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and run our testbed. So testbed CS124 practice 4.2, and I called this test4 practice 2.cpp. Okay, we passed our tests, and let's check the style checker. Test4 practice 2. Okay, have one error. Looks like I missed a line break between functions. So let's go ahead and fix that real quick. There we go. Okay, save it and close it, check our style checker, and we're good to go. So that is my walkthrough of practice test 4.2. I hope that it helped, and if you have any questions, just let me know.